Hi and welcome back to my Share Buddy UK. My name's Kevin. Today is Friday, just before the bank holiday. Let's have a quick check on the date. It's Friday the 23rd of May, so late spring bank holiday. It's a rather long video. The time is 8:30. I'm at Ionity doing a 90% charge, so I'm going up from 20% to 90%, which is going to take 29 minutes. Big day today. First job on is an airport transfer from Bristol Airport, which I'm picking up at 10 o'clock, going to Cardiff Bay. That's an OTS job. Probably one of the last OTS jobs I'm going to do. Come back to that later. And then, after I've dropped off at Cardiff Bay, I'm going to head to Chepstow for the Devauden Music Festival. First day today. There should be quite a lot of campers go from the railway station up to the race course or up to one of the other campsites. So that's the plan for today. It's a airport, and then it's a Uber for Chepstow for the rest of the day. Now, this is probably going to be one of the last OTS jobs I do, mainly because it's just not paying at the moment. I haven't done a Heathrow, Gatwick, Luton for probably close on a year from OTS. Prices have just crashed, less than £1 a mile. It hasn't been too bad doing Cardiff to Bristol Airport. Comes in at around £70, £72. Quite low, but doable. However, that's been squeezed as well. And with the drop-off fee increasing to £7 now, it's just not. It's getting close, so I'm going to sort of drop check the OTS. I've unsubscribed from the mailing list of all the jobs. I will check their dashboard occasionally to see if there's anything that can meet up with any jobs I have. But we're moving into the busy time of year with OTS, and last year I was getting 20 or 30 email jobs a day coming through. It's just filling up my mailbox with jobs I'm not going to do. So rather than have to fish through all of those emails to find the jobs that are really important, i.e. my own work, I've decided to just drop OTS, come off their mailing list, and hopefully they'll reduce a lot of the trash coming through. I mean, when you're driving and get a notification of a mail, you think, is it going to be an OTS? Probably. Is it going to be one of my own work, which I need to respond to quite quickly? So that's the reason why I'm dropping OTS. I will check occasionally, once a day maybe, to see if there's anything that dries up with work that I've got, but I'm not on their mailing list anymore. Now, I'm back on Taxi Caller. And I'll tell you why. It looks as though Taxi Caller has dropped their plans, or have gone back on their plans, to require passengers to put in a code for an individual company when they download the app. It was never going to work. I couldn't see how it could work. I mean, if you're a customer, you download the Taxi Caller app off the Play Store or Apple Store, you launch the app, and it says, add your code number. Now, if you don't know which companies are on the Taxi Caller or not, where are you going to get that code number from? So it was going to kill off their growth on the passenger side. And the only passengers they'd be getting is, well, no, they wouldn't get new passengers, because those passengers wouldn't have a code number. So they wouldn't be able to use the app to book a taxi. And that was brought in because I think some of the companies didn't like all the competition coming on. They didn't want their cars showing up with other taxis of different companies who may have cheaper rates. So I think some of them complained and said, look, you're going to stop that, and that's what they did. But I don't think they thought it through. I don't think they realised what they were letting themselves in for. Another thing is, passengers, when they use the taxi app, they expect there to be taxis. Now, if you're only 1 or 2 or 3 man band, you can't provide 24-hour cover. So it's always nice to be on a network of different companies, so there's always somebody around maybe you're on a school trip, maybe you're on an airport. It's nice to know that there's other cars who can take up the slack and take your regular passengers. If they're regular passengers, they'll come back and they'll just kick you instead next time round. It's not a big problem. So fortunately, it looks like they've gone back. The reality is, Taxi Caller offer white label apps. So if you are a biggish company and you only want your cars to show on the app, then take out one of their white label apps. Only cost £1,000, not a lot. If you've got 10 cars, £1,000 is nothing. You can pay that out and have your own app, and then you won't come up against anybody else. But generally, for smaller companies, it's good to be on a network like the old Taxi Caller. So they're starting up again. So I've relaunched my account, and I'm not going to do a lot of work to promote it. We'll see what happens with that. But the big thing is, Uber is beginning to pay now I've got this filtering apps on. I have done a little bit with Maximo, so I want to do that a bit more after the bank holiday. I'll spend a week on Maximo. I have used Maestro mainly, and it's working very well. Before I had all of my filters in and auto declines and auto accepts, my average earnings on Uber was around, I don't know, £16 to £20 on a good day, 16, maybe £15 on a bad day, maybe a little bit less on a really bad day. Since I've been using Maestro, my average has been between £22 and £25 an hour. So, yeah, Uber is now beginning to pay now that I'm filtering out all of the bad work. So that's a good one. So I won't be using the Maestro today in Chepstow because it's going to be quite busy. And I should imagine it's going to be busy. I'll find out in a few hours. So in Chepstow, it's not so important because I'm not getting that constant feed of jobs. In Cardiff is where Maestro really comes into effect, where you drive in and it starts auto declining all of the crap, and there is a lot of crap work in Cardiff. So, yeah, thumbs up to Maestro, thumbs up to Maximo. Do a little bit of a video on those in a couple of weeks after I've compared the two really well, and let you know my thoughts. Each has weaknesses, each has strengths. It depends what you want. So we'll look forward to that later. But now I'm just waiting for a charge up. Then we'll head off to Bristol Airport, and we'll do this job down to Cardiff Bay.
Usually I don't post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. Time to pull the drop tops out. Summer nights, it's a vibe, yeah. We've been keeping it in the house. Netflix and chillin', I GDM'in', yeah. Didn't wanna share my love till I found someone I'm sure of. Young and untamed, I've been out of range, keeping it low, but I wanna be bold with it. Don't care who we told about it. Well, baby, got a hold on it. Don't let love unfold tonight. They'll be calling us gold. No lie, so fair with it. You can let them stare at it. Now I'm prepared for it. Instead of love out loud, since we ain't going nowhere. So tonight, post. Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. I'm a good catch, but I never let them catch me. No, I never let them claim me. Wild thing try to tame me, but you got my mood on sunshine. Let's take a trip, souls on big smile. Let's hit this flick, stars are in line. I'm posted, lay with me in the moonlight. I wanna be bold with it. Don't care who we told about it. Well, baby, got a hold on it. Don't let love unfold tonight. They'll be calling us gold. No lie, so fair with it. We can let them stare at it. Now I'm prepared for it. Instead of love out loud, since we ain't going on.
Okay, so drop those three lads off at the Future Inn in Cardiff Bay. On outside to see the rugby the weekend, 2 big matches at the Principality. There's a Challenge Cup, and then tomorrow, and then tonight is a Challenge Cup in rugby, and then tomorrow is a European Championship. So 2 big rugby matches on this weekend. Good reasons to stay away from Cardiff. The M4 bank holiday traffic beginning to build up, so I'm on my way now to Chepstow, and I'll make sure I don't take any Bristol jobs, because otherwise I'm going to be stuck in traffic trying to get back to Chepstow, and that's one thing I don't want. I want to sort of concentrate mainly on the festival goers and locals. So on the way to Chepstow, I grabbed a quick Uber to Marshfield. My first teen job. A young girl going from the school back home after their exams. Teen priority even. So that was quite a nice little job. First time I've done teen. No problems with it. I don't think the teens in the UK are quite as bad as the teens in the USA. So no problems there. So let's get up to Chepstow. It's 25 to 1. By the time I get there, it's going to be about 1 o'clock. I'll have a quick snack, a quick break, and then we'll start the trip to see how busy it is. I don't know how busy it will be. As I say, I'll avoid Bristol runs because I don't want to get caught up in the traffic at Bristol. I had a bad experience yesterday. I took people out to Bristol, and then when I came back, all the signposts on the motorway were saying the M48 bridge was closed. So to go down via the M4 and then up the M48 from Maiga, and as I just got to Bristol, a young girl sort of rear-ended me. Don't think there's any damage. There might be a couple of scratches, but nothing major. However, I had to report it because it's an auto car, and next week the car's got to go down to London for inspection. I think there might just be a couple of scratches on that. Very visuaries. I mean, it felt like quite a good bump, but I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything at all, so I did report it just in case there is damage there. Obviously, being electric, it needs to be checked. All the sensors seem to be working okay, so we'll see what happens on that. But let's go off to Chepstow and get ready for good afternoon's work, because my lunch break now, and I'm on £82, which is okay. Well, that was quite good. When I was at Bristol Airport, I met up with one of the subscribers. I think his name was Ian. Got a very nice EV Mercedes, and it does exec work. Very nice car. But yeah, shout out to Ian. Thank you for the meet up at Bristol Airport car park. Well, it's not as busy as I thought, and because I thought it'd be as busy as the races, but it's not. But add to that, Uber is charging a stupidly low price from the station up to the racecourse, £4.08. Ridiculous when you consider the traffic of that. So I've gone to priority only mode. I've switched off Uber X. I'm on Uber priority, so they'll have to pay the priority fee. And if Uber is playing silly games with fares, I'll switch on Maestro and set minimum hourly rates. But yeah, should be able to do a lot more than £4.08 from the station to the racecourse. It's at least £5, £6 when you consider the traffic.
boundaries. Girl, you hit too close to the edge now. Only thing they got is toxicity. Think you need a cleanse, clear the shit out. You got the facts, but they ain't got yours. You've done enough, but they still want more. You've been a good friend down to the core. Oh, hold up, baby, don't take it. It ain't friendship if they just fake it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't stress it. It ain't worth it, and you won't miss it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Girl, it's time you put yourself first. Go and get the love you deserve. Stop by screaming out the word. No, 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 no. Don't let anyone put you down. Stand up straight and hold your head high. Stop by saying it out loud. No, 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 no. Tell them no, 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 no. Yeah. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't take it. It ain't friendship if they just fake it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't stress it. It ain't worth it, and you won't miss it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't take it. It ain't friendship if they just fake it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no. Hold up, baby, don't stress it. It ain't worth it, and you won't miss it. You don't need to put up with their bullshit. Tell them no, 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 no.
Right, so that's it. It's 7:30, 22:08. I'm calling today. I'm just doing a quick charge ready for tomorrow. And what have I done on Uber? I've done... There you go. 175.11. As you can see, it's still in surge. So I could stay out and do a couple of hours and add another £50 onto that. And I've also done £70 OTS airport this morning. So a total of £245.11 in about 10 hours, taking into account my breaks and various things. So I could easily hit 300. It will be a £300 day if I wanted to stay out another couple of hours. Still plenty of work around, but I'm knackered, so I'm not going to. So that's the answer to the thumbnail. No, I'm not going to stay out and do 300. Bit of clickbait, but everybody seems to be running clickbait at the moment, so I thought I'd join in. So let's have a quick look at the work we've done today. I thought I'd switched off the Tesla then, but I've not. I think I'm still running okay. So today's work hasn't been too bad at all. I did halfway through the day turn on priority only because some of the jobs coming out of Uber was silly. So £10 in tip, I'll come back to that later. I've done 5 hours 23 minutes driving time and 10 trips. So let's go down to where we started. I started off with that Bristol airport to Cardiff for £70. On the way to Chepstow, I picked up an UberX Priority. My first teen job I've done, it was an Uber teen. From the school to Marshfield, £12.55. So that's okay. Then I got into Chepstow, did a station road, the station Chepstow to the racecourse where the big campsite is for the Devauden Festival. Sadly, the last one ever. This year it's going to be the last one ever, and they've had a real good turnout for it as well. So UberX Priority, £8.53. Next one was Station Road to the racecourse, standard UberX, £4.43. Not great. Then a Welsh Street to the racecourse, £6.79, UberX. Then a Nelson Street, Wetherspoons to the racecourse, £6.09, UberX Priority. Then I had a UberX Priority cancel. Then I had a UberX Priority from the railway station to the racecourse, £7.39 as opposed to £4, which is when I switched on priority only. And then after that one, I had another priority job from the railway station to the racecourse, at £8.46. Then we had a pick up at the racecourse campsite, going to Bristol, wait and return. A couple of young girls had forgotten to bring their outer tent. They had their inner compartments for the tent, but they forgot to bring the outer tent. So they had to go and buy a new tent. And they went to the Argus at Filton in Bristol for that. So no, I said I wasn't going to do a Bristol, but this was Bristol wait and return. £54.17 and a £10 tip, so £64.17. Then I had a station to the racecourse, priority, £8.34. Then I had the St Pierre, the job I just did, St Pierre, down to the Principality Stadium, £48.36, standard UberX. So, that was a day. Total of 175.11 on Uber and £70 on OTS. I've got one job booked in tomorrow from the St Pierre down to Principality for £56. And then I might just potter around down Cardiff, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Saturday. No, I won't. No, I won't. I don't do Cardiff Central on a Saturday. So I'll head back up to Chepstow, do a bit of racing, running around in Chepstow. I'll have Sunday off. And then bank holiday Monday, that's when the camp breaks up in Chepstow, so there'll be lots of people going down from the racecourse down to the railway station. So we may do that, depending on what the weather's like. If it's raining, there'll be a lot of mud around, so I won't do it, I'll have a day off. But yeah, not a bad day, £245.11. Thanks for watching. Until next time, safe driving, and I hope you have a good weekend. So let's just add a little bit of extra details about that Chepstow racecourse to Sainsbury's at Filton or Bristol return, where she went to buy a tent. The local company, the local taxi company, I won't say who it was, wanted to charge her £80 to go to Bristol, £80 to come back from Bristol, and £15 for the wait time. £175 for an hour's work. That's what one of the companies in Chepstow wanted to charge her. There's a lot of rip-off merchants around. I know I complain about Uber being cheap, but at the other end of the scale, there's a lot of rip-off merchants around. You know, I try and offer a reasonable price for a reasonable day's work. My prices are higher than Uber's for my own personal work, but they don't rip people off, they really don't.